This is the third installment in the Basics of Electricity in Rust. If you haven't seen the first two, I recommend pausing this video and watching those first, as you will learn about power sources and how to use the wiring tool. Today I'm going to talk about the different batteries in Rust and power usage. Batteries help you keep a consistent flow of power rather than connecting your items directly to a power source. When fully charged, a battery can last for hours, depending on battery size, even when the power source has been taken out. So if you're wired properly, you can have a base full of turrets last 5 or more hours if someone decides to be a jerk and destroy all your wind turbines. Or keep your lights working at night when the solar panels don't have power from the sun. 3 types of batteries are the small battery, the medium battery, and the large battery. Each one has its purpose and typically depends on the size of the base and what you want to power. Batteries have a power in and power out connection, and they all have a set number of power generation that your circuit needs to adhere to. If you go over that power generation, the items at the end of the circuit won't power. Batteries also have a charge rate. This indicates how quickly it will charge once it's connected to a power source. This is something to keep in mind for your circuits. If you're using more power than what the battery is receiving from the power source, it will not charge and result in battery drainage and power failure. Batteries have a capacity, and naturally the larger the battery, the bigger the capacity, which helps prevent power failures and gives a longer charge in case the power source is destroyed. The length of charge left on your battery depends on how much is connected to that battery. For example, a large battery with the usage of 75 will last nearly 6 hours. Here is the research and craft cost of the small battery. This battery generates 10 power, meaning it can only send out 10 watts at all times. If you have one light that needs 2 power, it will always be powered. However, if you have 6 lights, the last light on the chain will not work as the circuit requires 12 power and the battery can only give 10. It has a charge rate of 20 rust watts per minute and a capacity of 150. Considering that the battery only generates 10 power, you don't really need more than one solar panel hooked up. This lets you always use 10 power for your circuit, and the extra 10 from the panel will go into charging the battery. That way, the battery will hold enough charge to last through the night while there is no sunlight powering the panel. The small battery is great for a couple of lights and maybe a heater, something simple to make your base a little more cozy. The medium battery is next, and here are the research and crafting costs for it. The power generation of the medium battery is 50 power, so be sure you don't need more than 50 for your circuit. Otherwise, you will need another battery or level up to a large battery. It is more efficient than the small battery, as it takes a large leap in capacity, going to 9,000 watts, and a charge speed of 100 watts per minute. Connecting 4 to 6 solar panels allows you plenty of room to keep your battery fully charged even during the night when the sun goes down. This battery is great for a couple of turrets and some lights for simple defense and convenience for your base. And finally, the large battery. You'll see the research and crafting costs here. This battery works best with the wind turbine, giving you maximum power usage for large circuits such as dozens of turrets and SAM sites, for a clan base, or a well-working farm base. The large battery has a power generation of 100, a charge rate of 200 rust watts per minute, and a capacity of 24,000. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is a battery's quirk, and that's because it's not something noticeable unless you use the large battery for large complicated circuits. Batteries only have a maximum charging efficiency of 80%. If a large battery is receiving 110 power from a turbine, it's only charging as if it was getting 88. Therefore, if you have your battery maxed out higher than 88, it will not charge and slowly drain until you have power failure. Considering wind turbines can produce as low as 60 power sometimes, as the wind fluctuates, you will have issues pretty quickly. If you want to utilize 85 or more power on one battery, you will need a guaranteed 130 power generation to keep that 100 power sustainable and the battery charged. There are two ways to set up a power circuit with turbines and batteries to manage this power usage and battery charging efficiency. The first is my preference and recommendation, which is one turbine to one large battery. Keeping the power consumption at or below 80 ensures that you will always have a charged battery and no power failures. The 80 is my own safety preference, but you can stretch it to 84, as the battery will lose charge when a turbine is producing low power, but will charge back again once it increases its output. So it's best to ensure the battery is more than half charged before really depending on it. The 80 preference just allows me to confidently set up 7 turrets per battery or a farm base with heaters, lights, and a water purifier, and not have to worry about it. The second way is to use root combiners to bring all the turbine's powers together and daisy chain large batteries with branches. This lets you max out the first set of batteries in the chain by giving it a guaranteed 130 power each battery using a branch. The batteries at the end of the chain will end up fluctuating as the turbines do, and can be used for less important things, such as lighting or the disco floor. Which circuit you decide to use all depends on the circumstances and preferences that you have and how your base is set up. In the end, it's the same amount of power, just distributed differently. I hope this helped you understand the batteries in Rust and how the power works a little bit more. As always, leave any questions in the comments below and I will gladly answer. And if you have anything you'd like to see in detail, let me know that too. Thank you so much for watching.